reception of a satellite being launched into orbit is a short story by Edward Howard Hill, The Brick Moon. The story was serialized in the Atlantic Monthly starting in 1869. The idea surfaces again in Jules Verne's The Williams Magus in 1879. In 1903, which is the first academic treasure on the use of rocketry, is to launch spacecraft. He calculated the orbital speed required for a minimum orbit around the Earth at 8 km per second, and that a multi-stage rocket fueled by liquid propellants could be used to achieve this. In 1928, the solvent Hermann Plotted published his sole book Das Problem, The Problem of Space Travel. He convinced of a space station in detail and calculated its geostationary orbit. He described the use of orbitary spacecraft for a detailed, peaceful and military observation of the ground and described how specific conditions of the space could be useful for scientific experiments. In 1945, Wireless World article, the English science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke described in detail the possible use of communication satellites for mass communications. He also suggested that the 3 geostationary satellites would provide coverages over the entire planet. History of artificial satellites. The first artificial satellite was Sputnik 1, launched by Soviet Union on 4th October 1957, and that started the whole Soviet Sputnik program with the chief designer Kermovy and his assistant. Sputnik 1 helped to identify the destiny of high atmospheric layers through measurement of its orbital change and provided data on radio signals distribution in ionosphere. Because of the satellite's body was filled with pressurized nitrogen, Sputnik 1 also provided the first opportunity for meteoroid detection, as a loss of internal pressure due to meteoroid penetration of the outer surface would have been evident in the temperature data sent back to the Earth. Sputnik 2 was launched on November 3, 1957 and carried the first living passenger into the orbit, a dog named Laika. In May 1946, Project RAN has released the preliminary design of experimental world cycling spaceship, which stated a satellite vehicle with appropriate instrumentation can be expected to be one of the most potent scientific tools of 20th century.